Oh, sorry, that was a little closey poo. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, okay? This is my second time recording this video. Long story. I'm not even going to dive into it because then it's going to make me mad. Anyway, so... Oh, before I get started today, I just want to ask you guys your thoughts on something. Sorry, I just had to move my camera. Sorry, and I'm also in front of my window in my dining room, so if I'm not looking directly into the camera, that's why, because I get distracted. So, a question. What would you guys like me to call you for my channel? So, right now, my channel name is not changing. It's Yanna Renee, but my nickname is Yanna, so I want you guys to leave me in the comments what you think I should call you guys. Like, I don't mind calling you subscribers, but I kind of want to make it fun and make it more like, you know, my little gang, my little group, my little squad. But I don't want it to be those words. So if you guys can help me come up with something based off of the word Yanna, that'd be great. I have two ideas. One from Bay, he gave me one, and then one from my best friend. I think you guys will like one of those names. I'll do a poll on my Instagram, so you could definitely tell me which one you like, and I'll even ask them too over there just to see which one they think sounds better. But if you have any thoughts, just leave it down below just so I can start calling all that, you know, and it'll be so much catchier in my mind. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into today's topic for this chit chat. So the chit chat topic today is mental health. So a little bit of information about me. So I'm 23, I'm African American, obviously, and I'm a mother and a fiance. Okay. Now, I know I may seem like I got it all figured out, y'all, but I don't. I don't think I think that at all. But so where it all started for me. So when I was younger, I used to get bullied for not having the latest hair, the latest outfits, this, that, and the third. My skin, I mean, as you can see, my skin still hasn't, hang on, let me get closer. My skin still hasn't fully gotten better, but this has been the most mildest, well, except for when I was pregnant. This has been the most mildest my face has ever been in my whole life that I can remember. Once I hit puberty and, well, before I hit puberty, before blemishes started coming up. So I have oily combination skin, sensitive skin, hyperpigmentation, and I have, oh, I think I messed up. Hyperpigmentation, cystic acne, oily combination skin, and sensitive skin. All those is what I'm working with. So getting picked on from a young age about my appearance, what I didn't have, what I did have. And I used to be extremely emotional back then. Like, I mean, extremely. Like, my fiance thinks I'm emotional now, but I used to be like a crybaby. Like, you could say anything to me and I would just break down. And I mean, like, bawling, distraught, stressed, pressed, all that. And it wouldn't even be that serious. Like, I'd be crying because there was no more chicken. I'd be crying because I used to, like, I still do sometimes, get nails from the store and glue them on, and one would come off or one wouldn't glue right. So I would, like, have, like, a tantrum pretty much and just throw myself out and just be super dramatic. No lie, I'm so serious. Super emotional. Don't know why, but I just really was. That's how I expressed myself, I guess. So, and that's when it was really hard for me to come to grips with a lot of stuff. So I was in, like, a dark place at times. I felt like I didn't belong at times. I felt like I wasn't worth it. And not gonna lie, I was kind of suicidal, if you will. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because it'll make me emotional and I don't want to cry. But I used to, like, you know, attempt to cut myself. Some people attempted to do that, or they attempted to pop pills, or they attempted to drink alcohol, or whatever the case may be. I don't know about if they were doing it elementary, but I was, like, end of elementary, middle school. I think more so it started, like, the picking and bullying started in, like, elementary school, but middle school is when I start doing, using that as an outlet, which wasn't the case. I'm obviously not, you know, encouraging suicide thoughts, suicide period. I'm not with it. I don't promote it. I'm just, you know, telling you guys my story and where it all started and where I'm at now. So after that, after I got past that point, I got older, went through puberty. Skin wasn't the greatest still, dealing with low self-esteem more so than anything. And then just not feeling like I was worth it, you know, and not feeling like I was worth it pretty much. And not even just hearing it, but feeling it. Like, what people were portraying out to me, yeah, it might have just been words to them, or they might have just been flaming or ripping or whatever the word was at the time, or going hard or making fun or whatever the case may have been. But those words started to like stick to me, if you will, you know, because I already didn't feel that great about myself to begin with anyway. So it really didn't help my self-esteem. So that didn't help. High school was like pretty much okay. It was a blur. I wasn't cutting anymore. I wasn't, I would write in my journal. Now, writing in a journal or a notebook, that helped me a lot because it let me take all my anger out on paper. And then after I would get done being angry, I would come back when I was like level-headed and calm and reread it. And sometimes I would scrap it, or sometimes I would leave it in there and then write a new page like, okay, now that that's over, this, like, not trying to sound like a crazy person, but saying now that I let that frustration out in a better way, I could now think clearly. So that's how I dealt with it, I think more so in high school. Now, moving forward, coming out of high school, still young adult, not in my, I think 17, 18, 19-ish, dealing with that, trying to come into grips, like, okay, now what do? You don't graduate from high school. What's the next move? We got to go to college. We're going to wait a year. What we're going to do? I think I had a job at that point. I don't remember what job I was at, y'all. I've had a couple jobs. I don't even remember. Taking the next step, was sort of busy a lot, so I didn't have time to really deal with my emotions at that point. Okay, so now at the point of meeting Bae. Met Bae. We got pregnant. Through pregnancy, it was okay. We were dealing with some, family issues, trying to bounce back, get ourselves prepared for having a child. Finally moving into our first apartment. It was a 1-bedroom apartment. Now we're in a 3-bedroom house. But that was our first apartment. Pregnancy felt okay. I mean, it's kind of a blur to me. So I don't remember every single thing in every detail. Bae remembers a good chunk of stuff, and then he'll remind me, and then it'll jog my memory. But I don't remember as vivid as I feel like I should at times. So was pregnant with Aiden, and at this point I was reading, doing a lot of stuff, saying, okay, well, they say you can have postpartum depression, you can have this, you can have baby blues, you can have all these things. And I was just like, no, that's not going to faze me. I'm going to be good. So after having Aiden, sorry, I talked too fast. After having Aiden, he was a healthy baby boy. I had got a C-section. I think I did a vlog on that. If so, I'll link it down below. I don't remember. I have to check and see. If not, I'll make a video on that, on my birth story. But I feel like I did do that last year, in like 2017. But had Aiden, he came home. I was like watching him like a hawk, because it's like, okay, I'm a first-time mom. Deshaun's a first-time dad. We don't know. We're going off of based off what people are telling us. So I'm watching him like a hawk, like, okay, you're supposed to be crying right now. Everyone tells me you're supposed to be emotional and freaking out and crying, and you're not. What's wrong? So I would just be so overwhelmed, like, just looking. And then, like, as time went on, it started to feel like I was going into this really dark light. Like, I was just really down. I wasn't really able to enjoy my son as much. Not saying, disclaimer, I didn't want to hurt myself at this point. Didn't want to hurt my son at this point. Just wanted to make that clear, or anyone else. I just wasn't very happy. Like, I would laugh when he would do something cute. I was enjoying his time for the most part, never taking that for granted at all. I don't want anyone to ever think I forsake my baby or I regret having my son or anything like that. But I just wasn't, I wish I could have been warm within the moment, if that makes sense. That postpartum depression, I feel like, I'm assuming that's what I went through, but it snuck up on me and it hit me hard, because before having Aiden, I was used to having 1 job, 2 jobs. At one point, I even had 3 jobs. Don't ask me how I did it. I had 3 jobs. Was barely sleeping at that point, but I stayed working. I stayed busy. That was my thing, staying busy. So now being home, not staying busy. I mean, I would clean up, but I was home for a whole year after having Aiden. So it was like completely different. Like, Bae held down the fort. Bae took care of everything. He did not complain. We didn't have any problems. We were fine. Everything was literally fine. But it's like in my brain, everything was like going crazy. And that's why I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot be here for a year. I cannot stay home for a year. What am I going to do? What if Bae says, he doesn't want to be here? What if he says, like, sis, chill? Like, I'm making up these own situations and stories and timelines and stuff that's not even happening. But in my mind, they were happening, and they were very clear and very vivid. So that was that whole thing. And it was rough. Like, I wouldn't talk to people for some time. I would just, like, some days I would just lay in bed and cry. And, it was just so bad. And it's just like, I was in denial because I didn't, like, now looking back, I know that's what that had to have been. But I don't know fully, because I don't know if I've always, sorry y'all, I don't know if I've always suffered with depression. I'm not really sure. I'm not a professional, I'm not a professional. I'm not a doctor. I am going to be looking into seeking help now. But now where I'm at is, after all of that, now I'm 23, had Aiden. Aiden will be 3 in September 25th. It's January, just turned 2019. So this year he'll turn 3, which is crazy to me. But like, now being 23, like, I never knew what people said, like, oh, your 20s, you'll party, you'll learn who you are, you'll figure it out. It takes a little time, some bumps in the road. I'm like, okay, whatever. Your 30s, you get a little bit more coming to grips with stuff. You pretty much know who you are by that point. If you don't, by your mid 20s, late 20s, you'll know probably by your 30s, 40s. You know, you keep growing, you keep developing, you keep becoming stronger, so on and so forth down the road. 20s are hard. 20s are super challenging, because it's like, you see this person doing this, so you're like, okay, well, maybe I need to go and do this so I can be up there with them. And then you're just like, wait, this person didn't take that route, they took this route. Oh, let me catch up with that. Okay, wait, now I'm lost because I don't see what either one of those people are doing now. You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to compete when there's no one to compete with. It's not like, okay, you're not in high school anymore. And some of us are still in college, but colleges, it becomes like, I think reality starts to like sink in. And you're just like, wow, I'm really like an adult, bro. Like an adult. And adulting is hard. And trying to figure out, one, I'm not only just taking care of myself and being there for myself, I'm trying to be there for my son. I'm trying to be there for my significant other. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing myself. Like, what do I want to do as a career? Or what do I want to do tomorrow? Or what do I want to do within the next 6 months or the next month? Or what are some goals I'm going to set for myself? And it's like, it starts to become like you're suffocating yourself because you're just so overwhelmed and you're not within the moment right now. Like for me, I take the littlest thing and I magnify it by 1,000%. And then it'd be like, it freaks me out. Like I can't get off my brain. I overanalyze, overthink. And I don't ever come up with a plan or with a solution or what I'm going to do. I just freak out. It's just easier just to freak out, stress, and go crazy instead of really trying to come up with, okay, well, we're going to do X, Y, and Z to get here. Or we're going to do A. If that doesn't work, give it some time. Come back to drawing board, do B. If that doesn't work, so on and so forth. I don't do that. I go from A to Z, and I don't hit any other letter in between, and I'm just freaking out the whole time, which is not good because, like I mentioned, honestly, at no age should you stress so badly that it causes it interferes with your health. And it's like, for me, I was stressing so bad towards I was getting these headaches. I was getting like sick more often. And it's just like, is it worth it? Like what I'm like, okay, for example, sorry if I keep saying like a lot. Sorry, God. When I get passionate, it gets intense. I'm sorry. So like, for example, when say you have a bill that's due on the 13th, and today's the 15th. Hypothetical, today's the 16th. But you have a bill that's due on the 15th. Okay. No, wait, what did I say? You have a bill, it's due on the 13th. Sorry, it's due on the 13th. Today's the 15th. Okay? You don't get paid until the 16th. You don't have the money. So so I would freak out. Most people be like, okay, I'll give it to them on the 16th. First thing I do as soon as I get my check, I'll go and pay that bill payment. For me, I'm freaking out because it's like, okay, I'm late. These people are not going to trust me. These people are not going to believe in me. These people think I'm going to lie and cheat. And like, it just goes from here up to here in a matter of seconds. And sometimes it's not that real. You know what I'm saying? It's not that really called for. But in that moment, it's the worst thing possible that I could be going through at that time. Even though most of the issues are first world problems, not really big, significant problems. And there's a lot more things that I should be grateful for and appreciative of. And it's kind of like ridiculous and selfish of me to feel as though at that time, that's the worst life could be. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much what I want, if you don't take anything from this video, I just really hope that you take mental health is important. If you don't take care of your mind, nothing else will fall into place. That mental part has to be strong enough for you to function. And I don't mean that as a cliche, or I don't mean that just because everybody's saying it. I really mean it because it's true. Like when I am thinking negative thoughts, when I'm in a downward spiral of negativity, I feel like my son can sense it. I feel like he feels it, and then that causes him to kind of like have his attitude kind of wrong, because Aiden's really a silly and funny kid. So it's like I don't want to steal his joy because I'm going through whatever molecule of a thing that I'm going through. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I want to be here for myself. I want to be here for my son, and I want to be here for my significant other and my family and friends. Like I don't want to destroy myself or deteriorate myself because I just cannot get my mental together. It's like, and that's whatever you feel like is right. Having a positive way of like releasing that negativity. That could be meditation, exercising. If you don't believe in God, then whatever your beliefs are, painting, sports, whatever. Having a positive outlet for that. And also, even if you don't believe in like therapy, because I know some people are against it, talking to someone, doing something about it in a healthy manner to where you can really say at the end of the day, okay, I feel great because I released that. I let that go. I got it off my chest, and now I can see clear. Because I feel like when your mental's not good, it literally fogs your sight. It puts you in a daze. It just doesn't have you doing well. And sometimes it can lead to other things, like those suicidal thoughts, or those times where you just don't do anything. Some people get into a depression, or their mental state's not great, and they just shut the world out. And there's so many other things happening that I don't want to be my own prisoner of my own mind. You know what I'm saying? Especially because it's something that I can avoid, and it's something that I can fix and work on making better. Even if I don't have it 100% accurate, great, perfect, fine. At least showing that I'm making the progress and making the necessary steps to do so. And it's like, just because I have a son, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my son to feel as though later on down the road that it was him that made mommy feel this way. Or me, or me being so like disconnected that he doesn't feel like he ever had a home or parent, or whatever the case may be. That's just how my mind thinks. Like, I'm not thinking just for right now. I'm thinking for the future. And that's why it's like, okay, Yanna, you got to be proactive now. You have to fix and work on these things now. Because if not, it could get worse. It could go down a different path. It could be all stemmed from something that could just be destroyed and demolished, and then you never have to deal with it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, taking the necessary steps. Mental health is necessary, just like physical health is necessary. You know what I'm saying? When you get a new job, you train, you go through all the proper things with that job, and then you perfect that job, you do great at that job, you succeed at that job. Same thing with your mind. Your mind needs to be able to grow, to develop at any age, to function healthy and positively, so the rest of you can do the same. And if this ain't good, I'm not going to lose weight. If my mental state is not good, the rest of this is not going to fall into place. And it's like, I don't want to just lose weight and keep it off for 5 weeks, or lose weight and just keep it off for a year. I want to lose weight and keep it off. And if this isn't feeding the rest of me positivity, it's not going to work. And I've seen that happen to me so many times, and I feel like that's why, not even just being, like, not being stern enough with like my diet plan or my eating regimen or my workout plan, but that positive affirmation, man. The tongue is so powerful that if you don't pay attention to what you speak about, it can really just mess you all up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you took something from it. Hopefully you can relate. I hope it wasn't too long. It looks like it's a little long, but it's all right. Down below, definitely give me your opinion on what you guys would like to be called based off of the name Yanna. I have 2 ideas already, so if you don't think of anything, that's fine. I'll just do a poll of the 2 names I have, and then we'll go from there. Also, down below, comment what you do for your mental health. Comment if you want. It's not required. It's up to you. If you want, comment down below what you do for your mental health. Comment what brings you peace and serenity within your life. And also, let's just have a conversation in the comments. Oh, I like that. Comment in the comments. That's pretty good. I thought of that myself. No, that's been a thing. But yeah, let's just, make sure we get some interaction happening down below. Make sure we're really like engaging, because I like these type of conversations. I watch these a lot on YouTube. I like these good, juicy topics that be like making you really think like, you know what, sis? That's true. That mental gotta be straight. Yes. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.